6, a helping hand with your land.
Hello, I'm Brian Messick with Messick Farm Equipment. Today we are going to talk about the New Holland RF round baler. These are fixed chambered round balers, something new to the New Holland world and new here to North America. So we have the RF 450 we're going to talk about. One is the utility baler, and that is this one here. And we're going to start at the front of the baler, up where the pickup and the PTO shaft start. So up here at the front of the baler, we have the New Holland Super Sweet pickup. This pickup is 78 inches wide. It's going to feed up into a stuffer type system like we've had on balers for years, a finger stuffer system. And that will head back into the bale chamber. Our tying options on this baler are either net wrap or twine. This particular baler is equipped with net wrap. So how that works is we open the top shield, we pull this shield off. We're going to load our net wrap in. So we're going to load our net, wind it up, feed it in through the spreader rolls. Place your latch back down. So once we have our net loaded, we're going to put our shields back on. And we're set to start baling. So the baler here on the side to get in, we have a little latch and they have a little lockout here which would turn. We're going to open up the shield on this baler. In underneath here is our drive chain that runs our baler, and then we also have our suspension on the pickup. It is just a spring suspension on the pickup. It's adjustable here with this threaded rod to adjust your pickup. The other thing we want to look at here is this little knob up here. You have 3 settings of density on this baler. You basically have a high, medium, and low, and that is simply just adjusted by moving this rod up on the top of the baler. So here we're inside the bale chamber, and this is where everything happens, and this is where it's totally different than anything else New Holland's ever produced. This is a fixed chambered round baler, meaning we are open inside here. There's no compression on the hay as the hay's coming in. It's just coming into this big open cavity and it's going to start tumbling. So the hay's going to come off the pickup onto our stuffer fork. That's these gray teeth down here. That's going to pick the hay off the pickup onto these large floor rolls. We have 2 slatted floor rolls to start the hay turning. So that's going to get the hay turning. Then we have a chain and slat elevator. There's 41 slats on these chains that run around. That's going to continue the rolling of the hay. In this situation, we are going to be making a soft core, meaning that the center of the bale is going to be soft, which will make it easier for feeding cattle out of hay feeders and things like that. As the bale grows, the density starts to compress on the bale. So your outer third of the bale is going to be much tighter than the inner bale. So that way the outer third will shed the rain, the weather better than the inner, and the inner part will be much more palatable for the cattle. So once we've made our bale, we've wrapped it with our net wrap, we open up our tailgate, which is done hydraulically. The bale rolls out onto our bale ejector, which is simply just going to kick the bale away from the baler, and that way we can close the chamber and start making another bale. So that's the highlights of the RF 450 utility, and we're going to go over and we're going to talk about the RF 450 Super Feed and compare the differences between those 2 balers. So we're here in front of the new RF 450 Super Feed baler. We're going to look at this one, and we're going to start with the differences in the pickups between the 2 balers. This is an 88-inch wide pickup versus a 78-inch wide pickup. We're going to have large flotation tires on our pickup as well. The second major difference is in the feeding mechanism of this baler. We have a stuffer fork in the utility baler, where in the Super Feed baler, we're going to have a rotary feeding system. It is much faster, much higher capacity than a stuffer, and it is good on all crops, especially silage and wet hay. This baler is equipped with net wrap. So we come in just like the other baler. We have an opening hood. We can come in, set our tensioner, pull our net out, put our net wrap on, feed it through our spreader rolls, lock in, and away we go. The balers also are capable of using twine, and this baler is equipped with twine and net. You could do either or. Twine is stored down here, run up through and into the baler. So over here on the left side of the baler, when we open up the shield, we have our auto oiler for our chain. We have a grease bank for all of our grease zerks, all banked together. This is the main drive for our baler. This is where all of our 7 rolls are driven, and also our chain and slat elevator is driven here off this side of the baler. So at the back of the baler here, again, we have it opened up, and this is where the formation of the bale starts. Again, the biggest difference between the utility and the rotor feed is this will have 7 rolls in it. We have 2 on the floor and 5 coming up in the front of the baler, and then the back of the baler we run our chain and slat elevator. By running 7 rolls, it lets us put a little more pressure on the baler, and it also lets us feed the hay faster because it's going to form a faster roll. The bale is formed the same way as in the hay come in, it tumbles. It's going to make a soft core like the utility does and a harder third on the outside. Again, what that will do is give better digestibility, better feeding for the cattle. It will pull apart better. These balers will bale virtually any material, whether that be wet hay, corn fodder, sorghum grass, anything you want to put at it, this baler will digest. It will just feed it and make a bale out of it. So once it's baled, again, it's going to come off. It's going to hit our bale ramp ejector and continue out. And you have yourself a bale, and you'll start the process over again. So I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to learn any more about the New Holland RF balers, please give us a call at 1-800-222-3373 or visit us on the web at messics.com. Thank you.